Hey, what up, decisive marketer? So before we end off the year, we are going to be reviewing this tool here called Leadinary, and I'm very glad that this tool is going to be one of the last two I review. I review for 2022, because this tool is definitely one of the contender for the deal of the year, because Leadinary is just pretty amazing. So what it does, it helps you to find leads using the Google Maps API, and from there you can run SEO reports, Google My Business reports, or Google Business Profile reports, and then send out emails through Leadinary itself. So it's really powerful. But before I dive into it, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more digital marketing and e-commerce content. Here we go. So here we are in Leadinary. So what happens is, what you want to be doing is to jump into your workspace right here, go to API key, okay, and fill in your API key. I'm just gonna try and hide it a little bit. Okay, so what happens is that you go into, you just go into, you just kind of follow the steps right here. There is quite a bit of steps, okay, but it's actually not very difficult. You just pretty much go in there, create a new project, and install the Google Maps API, as well as a couple of let me just open up the docs right here. There are 4 APIs that you have to enable in the in the in your project itself, right? So you have to enable the Places API, Maps JavaScript API, Geocoding API, and Geolocation API. So once you add all this in, just go in and grab your API key, enter it right here, okay, and then you will have your your Google Maps API connected into Leadinary itself. Okay, so then what happens is that you can now make use of the find leads feature. So for example, let's say I want to look for hardware stores, okay, then I can put in my location. Let's say I were to put in Bedok North. Okay, so for example, I just put in Bedok North Road, and then I can set the radius. So let's say I were to put 5 kilometers. I can then click on search, and what happens is that Leadinary is going to go into the Google Maps API, pull out all the local businesses within this 5 kilometers range, right? So that's how it works. It takes some time before the data is actually displayed right here. So in the meantime, I'm just going to go into the SEO reports first, because with the SEO reports, you don't actually have to do anything. You just kind of put in the URL of the website itself. Okay, so for example, I have put in my website, decisivemarketer.com. So this is the SEO report. It says that my title tag is too long. This is my header. The image keywords, the images are missing the alt attributes. There's no 404 error pages. I have a lot of HTTP requests. Okay, I have a lot of images. Okay, it's not optimized with AVIF yet. Okay, and then we have okay. So security wise, I have the Apache server signature being exposed. So that's kind of, it gives me a SEO report, and then I can download it as an PDF file, right? So once I click on this, Okay, then we get a PDF report right here. Okay, right, so it's a very nice looking report right here. All the errors are in there. Let's see. So it's a detailed report right here. Okay, and then the social links that I have, they just kind of show it. I think it's quite a decent SEO report right here. Pretty good SEO report, I would say. Then, so let's just jump back into, now we've covered the SEO report, we can jump back into the search right here, right? So with the SEO report, you can, once you generate the SEO report, you can, put them together and send it out to your leads, right? So that's the entire idea of Leadinary. So now that we've got the leads results right here, we can see the data right here. So first thing is that you can pick all these potential leads, you can add them into a list. So I have a list right here, I can just click on add to list. Now it's being added, right? Okay, so right here, I can open up, let's say, home hardware. All right, I can click on view. I can look at, okay, so for example, this is their business name. Okay, so for example, right here, I can go into their website directly. I can go into their Google Maps listing directly, and then it will tell me if the business location is claimed or not. Okay, so if it's unclaimed, then you can contact them and say, hey, we can help you to claim your listing, things like that. Okay, so then it will also tell you their emails if it's on the Google Maps results itself. So over here, they do not put in their email address in the Google business profile, hence you don't see any emails in here. But of course, if you go into their website, you should then be able to find their email or something right here, right? So enquiries at home.com.sg, right? So that's how it works. And then their website information. Okay, so it even pulls in the website URL, the meta description, their social links, so you can very quickly reach out to them on social media as well, whether they've added Facebook ad pixel, Google ad pixel, blah blah blah, right? So all this is what they say. They don't have Google Tag Manager, no Google Webmaster Tag as well. Okay, so Google not having Google Webmaster Tag is fine because there's multiple ways to verify your website, but they should probably have Google Analytics, right, which they don't. Of course, I have Who Verify, so I can kind of see their tag right here. Okay, so it seems like they just kind of purely does this with okay, so there you go. So okay, so they do have Google Analytics installed. So of course, Leadinary is probably not very good at detecting Google Analytics maybe, but yeah, they do have Google Analytics installed. So this information might not be accurate, but I mean it gives you an idea, right? So so that's kind of how it works. And you can also look at, for example, Tampines Hardware right here. It says that their review rating is 3.7. They only have 3 reviews and the rating is 3.7, right? So you can approach them and say, hey, you know what, why don't you let me help you to promote your let me help you to you know clean up your business because your rating is bad right here, right? So you can see right here, uh, it says that the business has closed down. So I guess that's not very good. I mean, if you want to, you can also, check out the street view and see if the hardware store is here, but this is not, you know, there's this location here, but they might have closed down, right? So anyway, so yeah, so there is another one. So for example, this one, Taising Hardware Enterprise. So this one, I think they are pretty much located very near to me. Uh, but their Google My Business ratings is terrible, and it's right. So if you go to Google Maps, this is them. Okay, and their review is terrible. It's 2.5, and the very bad review. Alright, so so apparently they have very bad attitude. Okay, but yep. So that's what it is. Right, don't even bother to entertain you. So worst people have encountered. Right, so apparently they have very bad attitude. But yep. So this is this is their business. I mean, if it doesn't seem like they care about the ratings at all, but I guess you could approach them, to improve it. There's another one right here that has 3 ratings only, but it's bad right here. Okay, so apparently they are not treated well as well. So yep. So this is another hardware store. Okay, so anyway, all this leads, of course, whatever you have searched, you can just go back into the search history. You will be able to see everything that you have searched before, and then you can go into lead list for all the leads that you've added. So I have 3 leads in here. Okay, then SEO reports, we've covered that as well. Then next is you can open up the GMB report of the leads that you have. So you can, for example, view the report right here, and then you get a very nice looking report, and let them know how they can improve. Okay, and how you can help them. Okay, so next is campaigns. Right, so before you jump into campaigns, of course you want to add your email account, so you can add Google, which is you can have it integrated very quickly, or you can use SMTP, right? So you can just put in your information and send out uh, you know via as custom SMTP, right? And then once you have set up your email account, you can send out bulk email campaigns right here. So you can put in the campaign name, you can send to the list, and where you want to be sending from, which is of course your email account that you have integrated. Then you can put in the subject and the mail body. Then you can attach the GMB report and the SEO report right here. Okay, so the thing to take note is that for Leadinary right now, they don't have a personalization feature in the email itself. So that's something that's missing. And of course, this is not a cold emailing tool, although you are sort of doing cold email right here. So some issues with Leadinary in this section is that firstly, it sends the email in bulk. So if you have 10 people on your list, when you click on send, it sends out to 3 different people all together at once. Okay, so that's not very good in terms of cold emailing practices, I would say. And of course, there's no personalization, so it just kind of looks like spamming. So it's not very good for your reputation at all. And also, but of course, this is stage one. And the next thing is there's no way to track like opens and clicks. There's no way to track um you know to auto follow up as well, right? So you're pretty much just sending one email and hoping that they will respond, right? So you have to you do your follow up on your own itself. So it's just literally a bulk email sending feature right here. But of course, I have talked to the team behind Leadinary itself. They do have plans to improve on this. This is just sort of like the first iteration, so that we have some kind of feature to send out emails, right? So next is so I guess that's pretty much about it. In your in your workspace itself, you can also put in your own branding. So you can put in the team, so that the reports will come with your logo in there, right? Your logo built in there. Okay, and you can invite your team members, and I guess that's about it. Okay, but anyway, so this is an amazing tool because it does everything in this tool itself called Leadinary, right? So you get to you can find leads, just kind of select who you want to reach out to, and then add them to your lead list. Okay, then generate the GMB report, SEO reports, then send out the emails to them, right? It's very simple, very very powerful tool, I would say. Of course, it can be better. I would say they do need to improve on the emailing feature, but at least at the moment, personalization should be in there as soon as possible, as well as API and webhooks. So in the meantime, once they've added API and webhooks, we can pull in the leads from Leadinary and easily import them into a different cold emailing tool, so that the leads go out very very automatically through a different emailing tool itself, until Leadinary has a much better cold emailing feature, right? And I guess that's all I have to share about Leadinary, and that's where the value is. This tool, you can get your leads very easily, and then start generating all these reports and sending them out. I would say also, if they could sort of have a button in there that allows me to connect to my Google Drive, maybe, and then also have a button to, let's say, attention insight, so I don't just send out an SEO report, but I can also show them like, hey, your website needs a redesign because it's not very converting, it's not doing the right thing for your business, right? So so I guess that's about it. I think this tool is definitely very promising, and this tool is actually an original tool built by the team behind Rocket Hub. So they are definitely going to be, fully pushing out this tool to compete with the big boys out there, I would say. So definitely I highly recommend Leadinary. If you enjoy this video, to give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about Leadinary in the comments below. Do you think this tool is going to be one of the number one tool of 2022, right? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you know anyone who could benefit from Leadinary, be sure to share this video with them. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.